Hey guys, welcome back. In this video we're going to discuss all about how to create a responsive restaurant-based website using HTML, CSS and also a little bit of JavaScript. So let's look at the project that we will create it. So here's the showcase section and this is the logo content, and I need to move on down, and here is a enjoyable places and also image, and here's a most locally forward inside the website. In the right side have image, in the left side have content, and here is our menus. Here is an interesting part of the video. When I click on the special events, here's the special events content, image and so on and so forth. Social events, right? So move on the first one, and finally have a footer. When you will click on any button like book a table, and I move on top, and here is a book table. You can click on it, then you are able to see another page. Inside that you can select your make a reservation, how many people, pick a date, pick a time and so on and so forth. Inside that have a simple design. I do not use any JavaScript inside that to add the increment or decrement the peoples and validation, so on and so forth. I just design it, and here is a photo, right? So let's move on the CSS inspect element to make it as responsive. So let's move on the 768 pixel, and the 768 pixel looks like our website is this, right? And here is our menus, and here is our tabs. You can click on it, right? And here is our footer. So let's select the mobile device. In the mobile device have some different images, have the same images but different size of images, and yeah. So let me share with you guys how you can create it from scratch. So let's move on the book a table, and right now is book a table in the mobile device, and here's the tablet device. So without further ado, let's get started to write the codes and make it as a responsive website. So I have a file index.html and script.js. Those are files are empty, means you can't find anything else, just a basic structure of HTML. And in the style.css have a Google fonts. We will use the fonts like League Spartan, right? And here is our variables. Inside the variables have some different type of colors, and I have a basic reset properties that help us to reset our content. And let's move on the folder. So inside the folder I have many images like book, and in the home page here's icons, here's patterns, and yeah. So the first step, we need to design the header section. So let's get to design the header. And let's start. I'm going to write the command. Command is very important to manage the code, and I'm going to use the header tag. Inside the header I will use the container to bind the content between left and right side, whatever the size you will assign on the container. So in a minute I will show you how you can use it. So let's create a logo, and I'm going to get the image coming from my images folder, logo. Outside of the logo image or logo div, I will create a showcase content. Inside that I will get the content from my MD file, and inside that have some content. So yeah, I'm going to get it and I'm going to paste on that. One more time I'm going to add the h2 and get the second one, and I'm going to paste on there, right? The next one is I need to add the paragraph tag, and I'm going to get the content from there to set the time, and I'm going to paste on there just like that. And finally I need to make a button tag. After the showcase content I'll create a button tag, but between that I'm going to just put in tie. Inside that I will use anchor link, and I'm going to move it on the booking.html page. So yeah, I will use that bucket towel. That's it. So we need to save, and I'm going to restart my browser to display our updated content. Looks like this way. So let's move on the CSS to design it. So step number 1, you need to select the body, and I'm going to use the font family of the body is Lake Spartan. Then the next thing, you need to select the container and whatever the size you will assign it. I'm going to use max width 1440 pixel, and then I'm going to use margin 0 and auto to display our content in the center of the page between our size of the 1440 pixel. And last thing, I'm going to add it padding top and bottom 0, left and right 2 rem to make a space in the left and right side. So let's see. Yeah, great. Everything is appear in the center, left and right side. Yeah, the next one is I need to select my header tag. In the header tag, I will add the background images, and I'm going to get the image here, desktop image, and I'm going to use background position, center, background size, cover, and background repeat, not repeat, and I'm going to assign height, main height 100 VH. So we need to save it on. Look at that. Okay, let's move on and let's select the logo tag, and I'm going to add the padding top and bottom 3 rem, left and right 0 to make this space. Let's select the showcase, but also I will select the header tag as well, because I will add inside the header have a showcase content. In the showcase, I will use the color will be white, width will be 50%, and I'm going to use display flex, justify content center, align it center, and I will use the flex direction will be column to display the center of the content. Okay, I need to just a minute. Yeah, great. And I'm gonna add the height, main height 70 VH. So display the content center. Great. Let's move on. And I'm gonna select the header tag. Inside that have a showcase content h2 tag. I'm gonna use font size 6.5 rem, font weight lighter. Next thing, I'm gonna select the header tag, showcase content, have a paragraph. I'm gonna use font size is 1.3 rem with 70%, and I'm gonna add the margin top and bottom to make a space, left and right 0. Last thing, I'm gonna add it line height 1.5. Yeah, and I'm gonna add also font weight is normal. So we need to save it, and look at that, guys. Great. So the next one is button tag. So I'm gonna select the header tag, showcase content, have a button tag. Inside the button have a weight, I will use a 50%, outline none, border I will use 1 pixel solid white, and I'm gonna use background transparent, color will be white, and font family I'm going to use in head, similar fonts that have assigned inside the body. Padding 1.7 rem top and bottom, left and right 0, and font size I'm going to 1.5 rem. Text tone from I will use uppercase, and I'm going to use margin top to make a space 2 rem. Cursor will be pointer, and we need to save it. Look at that. And the next one is when I hover the mouse on the showcase, so I need to change few things, like background color I will use white and color will be dark. So we need to save it, and okay, it doesn't work right now, but I think okay, there's a mistake, so we need to save it, and look at that, guys. And I also add the transition all 0.3s. Look at that. So let's move on the top, and the top I will use some utility classes. Because it is very important to manage your content. So the first one is I'm going to use text decoration as now. In the anchor link I will create many other, and I'm going to use the okay, I will create that on this time. I'm going to use style plus, and I will use it on the header section, and I'm going to get that text decoration is now, and I'm going to use color will be dark. So we need to save it, and how that the default I will change the color, like what color I will use. Bit wide side. So what I need to do on there, I'm going to select my places div. Inside that have a place wrapper. So first I'm going to check the class and I will manage it. Yeah, here's a place wrapper. Inside that have two divs, that is image and that is our content. This image will appear in the left side and this image will appear, this content will appear in the right side. So I'm going to use display property grid. You can also use the display flex. Get template columns, repeat to 1 alpha, and I'm going to use the OnlineITtuts center to make a gap between first and second section. So I'm going to use 2. And look at that, guys. Let's move on. Select the places. Inside that have a place content and have an image. So I'm going to use margin top and bottom 4 and left and right 0 to make a space. then select the place, place wrapper H2, font size I'll use 4M, right? And let's move on the paragraph tag. So I'm gonna get it and just use paragraph tag. And the paragraph tag I will use the width 70%, margin top and bottom 2 rand, left and right 0. And also I will move the image in the top. First I'm gonna save it and let's look at that. I want to move this image in the top, so I need to select the places dot image content, and I'm gonna use the transform property translate y -10%. The image will move on the top right now, as you can see. Great. So in the paragraph I will use the font size 1.2 rand, line height I will use 1.5, and yeah, it's perfect. So in a minute I will get the outside of this one wrapper. Inside this one container I will add the shape. I use the image, and the image is coming from my images folder, patterns. In the patterns have a pattern curve. I will use the right side, so we need to save it, and here's our image curve has been appeared inside there. So let's move on there, and I'm going to select that, select the shape, and then in a minute I need to select the places. I'm going to use position as the relative. Once you use position relative, then you can use the position absolute on there. Once you add it, then I will move it top 40%, and it will move right is 46.5%. So we need to save it, and look at that, guys. The image appeared behind our image, and it's look so pretty, right? So yeah, in the next video we're going to discuss all about another section. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Let's move on the next section. In the next section we're going to display our local forts. So let's see how we can do that. So here's places they start. So I'm going to use the local for the start that will close. Between them I'm going to use the article, assign the div id is local fort, and the local fort I will use the container that will bind the content, right? Means display inside the content in the center of the page. Let's select the local fort content, and inside that I will use the H2. I'm going to get the content from there is like this one. Second time I'm going to get the content like this one, and I'm going to paste on there, and I'm going to get the paragraph tag, get that, paste on there, right? The next thing I need to save it. First we need to check it. Yeah, it's perfect, but I also add the image. So outside of the local fort content I will add the image content. In the image content I will use local image till image is coming from my images folder, home page. In the home page I will use local source desktop, and we need to save it. Look at that, guys. So I will use same tactics that I used on there, but I just use a few things inside there is. So I need to get it second time. Just a minute. I will use just a minute. I will get the local, and inside that have what is the name of the content foot, and I'm gonna just like that save. And what happened on there in a minute. Just a minute guys, I need to bind this content inside our local food wrapper. So we just need to get that, and I'm going to paste on. So we need to save it, and look at that. The right side have image, in the left side have a content. So same thing, I'm gonna get the like this one, and I'm gonna use comma h2. Same thing on there is, and I don't need to move on the image on the top. First we need to save it, and let's look at that. Yeah, perfect. So behind that we need to add the image, and also we need to add another image to display inside our local image, right? So let's do that. So I go to our index.html, and set that I will get this one shape image, and I will use it outside of there. So yeah, the images appear, and we need to fix that. So I'm gonna use places, and I'm gonna get the local food. So inside that I need to use position is relative, local food, and I'm gonna use shape. So it will move on the first. I'm going to use position is absolute, and I will move top 58% and left 37.5%. So first we need to save it, and let's look at that what happened. Yeah, great. And also just a minute. Yeah, and also I need to add another image that will help us to display the image inside or this one content. So let's move on there. Inside the image content, food image shape. So that is image coming from my patterns, and I will use lines. So we need to save it and look at where the image. Okay, I don't know where the image. Okay, I will manage it in a minute. So I need to move on there. First we need to save it, and yeah, the images appear. I didn't save the file, so let's add the few things inside that to make it as perfect, right? So select the local food. Inside that have our just a minute, what is the name of these shapes? Food shapes. And we need to use the position is absolute. It will move top 58%. Note that in the shape I will use the 40%, and the right side I will move it 46.5%, and that will 58% in top, and left it will move 37.5%. So first we need to save it, and let's look at that. No, not good. So local for the in a minute. Local image for the image shape is it will move on the top 50%. So I will try with different things. So first we need to save it, and let's see. Yeah, it's perfect, but also I will use the transform property translate negative 50%, oh no, positive 50%, comma negative 50%, and not good. In just a minute. So here is this one image. So I will use like shapes. So in the shapes, this will be, I'm going to use 60%, so it will move on the right side, but I will use it left property on there, and it should be displayed on the right side. Okay, just a minute. Foot underscore shape. Okay, here's a shape, and this is a foot image shape. So 58. It is perfect, but in a minute. Top, and it will move on the left. Yeah, it's great position on the shapes. So let's make a utility classes to handle the headings and paragraphs. So I go to top. In the top, I will create a utility class. The first one is I will create a lead class. In the lead class, I will get the paragraph content. So that is our header content, and here's, I'm gonna get. I'm gonna leave the margin and also that. I just get the font size and also in a minute, line height, and also I'm going to use justify content will be not the line item text align justify. So I will get the class, and I'm going to add the class inside the place, and also I will add the class inside the paragraph. And look at that. Yeah, great. And also I need to remove the, in a minute in the places have a same, yeah, and the places, and yeah, great. Let's create another utility class that will help us to manage our headings. So I'm going to use primary headings. So in the primary headings, I will get the h2 tag, but leave the first one because it is our showcase image, showcase content. So I just get this one. Font size is 4:1, so I get it, and I'm gonna paste up there. And also I need to remove the headings. I just leave that and save it, and great. So let's see the headings. So I will assign the class primary headings, and I'm gonna get the class, and I'm gonna paste on the second one, and same thing I'm gonna assign on there as well. Look at that, guys. So yeah, so it is completely beautiful. Has sections, first one, second one, and third one. So in the next video we're going to discuss all about how we can create another section. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Hey guys, welcome back. Let's talk about how we can create another section. So I go to my code editor. The first step, I'm going to get the comment, and I'm going to add the comment name is highlights start. That will close, and I'm going to add the section, assign the ID is highlights. Inside that I'll use the container highlight wrapper. Inside the wrapper I will divide the columns. The first one is I will use the text content. Inside the text content I will add the image. I will add the image is images, and I'm going to add the pattern image, pattern divide. By the way, I think I need to add this one, pattern image, like this one. This is the image, guys. I also add the image in the top of the headings, and yeah, so I'm gonna get that. And before this one, in a minute, local for content, image content, and that is our place content. And before the content I'm gonna add the same thing, and it should be displayed in my top of this one section, right? And same thing I'm gonna assign it. So I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna paste inside the local for sections. So we need to save it, and look at that, guys, right? So let's move on the highlight section. So in the highlight section, the first step, you need to use the text content. Inside the text content you need to add the image, and yeah, we're gonna add another things after the image. I will use the content. In the content I will use h2, and I'm gonna get the content like a few highlights form. I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna get the second one, and I'm gonna paste on there. Same thing, I'm gonna add it, paragraph, and get the content from there, and I'm gonna paste on there. So we need to save it, and look at that, the content, the headings, content, and yeah, everything is great on there. So the next one is I need to create another section. So outside of the text content I will create another section. I will use images and content. So inside that I will use the image and also content. The first one is I will use image content, and then I'm going to use the image name, whatever the name you will add it. I'm going to add shared image, The image is coming from my images folder, home page, and Salmon desktop, tablet desktop 2x, but I will use the tablet, right? Outside of the image I will use the content, and the content I will use h2. I'm going to get the content from there like this one, and I'm going to paste on there, get the paragraph content, and I'm going to paste on there, right? And same thing I'm going to use multiple times. So the image content, I'm going to get this one content, paste the second time, and the second time I need to change the few things like rosemary, and I'm going to add the images, beef, tablet. So I need to get the beef content like this one, and I'm going to paste on there, get the content paragraph tagged and paste on. The same thing you need to get it third time, and the third time you need to use summer, and inside that you need to add the content images chocolate tablet. So let's get the content like this one, and I'm going to paste on there, and also you need to get another content like this one, and you need to paste on there. That's it. So we need to save it and look at that, the contents, images, and yeah. So let's move on the CSS. In the CSS I need to get the comment, and I'm going to paste on there, right? The comment will be highlight starts, that will close. So you need to select the highlight ID, so in a minute like that, and the first step you need to add the background color will be dark, and I'm gonna add the min height will be 80 VH, and also I'll use align content will be center. The next thing you need to select highlights, and select the highlight wrapper. Inside that you need to use display grid to divide the columns, grid template columns, repeat to 1FR, align item center, and you need to use gap will be 2. The next thing you need to select the highlight, and then you need to select the text content. Inside that have an image, you need to make a space between the top image and also left image, top and bottom image. You need to use 2 rem, top and bottom, left and right 0. Let's select the headings, highlight, text content. Inside that h2 I'm going to use font size is 4 rem, and I'm going to use the color will be white. So we need to save it and look at that. Okay, but I think something is wrong. Yeah, here's a text content, so I need to use text content, and look at that, guys. So yeah, we need to fix a few things like Text content h2. Text content have h2. This is the image content. This is the text content. So yeah, in a minute, in just a minute, I will check these contents. So that is appear inside the image content. So yeah, I'm gonna select the image content. Yes, but I will use on there. Just a minute, I'm gonna check the content, and h2 will be white, and we need to, yeah, and also have a paragraph tag. So, get it, and I'm gonna use paragraph tag. Color will be white. Yeah, great. Let's add the font size. Font size 1.2 of the content. Yeah, so I need to make a space between our image and our content. So where is the display property that I used on there? Okay, great idea. I just use gap to run, so it should be display the space between that. Yeah, great. And last and final one is I'm going to use line height 1 rem. I just use 1.2 to make a space in a minute. Here is a space, guys. So yeah, it's cool thing about it. And yeah, so we're gonna fix few things in the next video. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Let's manage this one section, and also I will move this one image in the bottom, and also we will create another section. So let's do that. So step number 1, you need to move on the local food sections, and I'm gonna get that, and I'm gonna select my image content. So I will move it down. So I'm going to use transform translate y 10%, so it will move on down. Great. And I want to move this one in the center of the particular height of the particular section, so I need to use align content is center, so all of the content will be appear in the center of the page. Great. And let's check it one more time, to top to bottom, and it's looking so nice. But also I will move this one shop image in the top to, just a minute, I'm going to check it, 65% on the down. Yeah, and I'll use this one, it's z index property 10. In a minute, the z index -1, and where is the z index? Not this one. First I need to check that. Okay, but I think it should be hide the content. So in a minute I'm going to check that, and yeah, and there I don't need to use the set index property on there. But last thing I'm going to add it is HR, means horizontal row. I don't need that to use it. So on each text content, text content, I'm going to add the image, not the HR horizontal row, and that is over this one. So I'm going to paste on there, and first we need to save, and let's see. Okay, you can't see the horizontal row, but we will use it inside. That is horizontal row will be display. So select the highlights, wrapper, HR. I'm going to use background color will be gray, and height will be 1 pixel, and I'm going to use border none. So it should be display. So we need to save it, and look at that, the first one, but I need to remove that from this one, and just to use that on there. And this is our next one section, so I'm gonna paste on there as well. Look at that, guys, it's looking so pretty. Yeah, so let's move on the next section. In the next section we're gonna add the tabs content, right? So let's see how we can do that. So that is our highlights, so I'm gonna add it, and I'm gonna use a family gathering store. That will close. So step number 1, you need to use section, assign the ID, whatever the name you will assign on it. I'm going to use family gathering container. First of all, I will display the tab contents, means tab buttons, but I will just design it, just use it, but I will design it on later. This time I'm going to use tab btns. On each tab btns, I just display the content like family gathering, special events, and then I'm going to use the social events. All of the have a type is buttons, and so I'll just use class. I'll leave the class this time and just comment out, because I will manage it on later. So let's create a family wrapper. So I'm going to use the family image, and I'm going to add the image like a family and gather image. So I'm going to get the image from my images folder, home page, and family gather desktop. Out of the deal, I will use the shape, and yeah, so I will use the shape image. So I will use the shape as images, and patterns, the images pattern lines, right? And finally I need to get the shape, outer shape that is appear behind the image. So let's add that family outer shape image coming from my that folder, pattern curve, top to right, yeah, like this one. So we need to save it, and look at that, curve image, shape image, and also our particular image. So the next one is I need to add the content, right? So outside of this one there, I will use family content h2. I'm gonna get the content from there, family gathering, like this one. I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna paste on there, and use paragraph content is like this one. So I need to get it, and I'm gonna paste on it. That's it. And last thing you need to add it is button tag to manage that, right? So family gathering paragraph, outside of that I will use the anchor link, and I'm gonna call it as a class name. Particular page name is book.html, and I'm gonna use book.table. That is our content. So I will manage it using CSS to display this one image in the left side, and I will manage this one content. This one content will appear on the right side. So let's do that using CSS. So the step number 1, you need to comment, write the comment of family event start that will close. First of all, you need to select your ID and make a space between your top content and your bottom content. So I'm going to use it margin. I'll use the margin tandem top and bottom, left and right 0 to make a space. The next thing, you need to select your family gathering, and inside that have a family reporter. So you need to divide the column by using display property grid template columns, repeat to 1FR, align item center, and you need to make a gap between left and right column to make a space. Use the gap property, right? Don't worry, we will fix it. So the next one is I need to select my h2 tag, that is family gathering But the next thing you need to do, you need to design your shapes. So select the family gathering and shape image. So you need to use the position as absolute, but before using position absolute, you need to use position relative inside your particular section. Then I'm going to move it, in the top will be 0.2 round and left it will move on the 3. So yeah, so we need to save it, and it doesn't work right now, but I need to check that. Shape image. Okay, here is a mistake, so I need to save it, and it doesn't work right now, guys. Okay, in a minute I will coming out, and I'm going to select the family gathering dot family outer shape, and I'm going to use position is absolute, and it will move top to -10 RAM, left will be -32 RAM. So I think it should be move on the top. Yeah, the image has moved on the top. And let's fix this one on there. So I'm gonna uncomment that, and let's check it now. No, in a minute, I think something is wrong there. Shape image. Yeah. I will move it to top negative, top negative, not. Why it doesn't move on the top? Shape image and in a minute I will try it another way. So I'm going to select the family gathering because I will add it inside there. So just select the family gathering tab like that. And before using it, you need to use copy and paste on that, and you need to use position as relative. So I think it should be move on the top. No. Family gathering, family image. Nope. Just a minute, guys. Here's a mistake. So I didn't use the similar speed of the particular div. Okay, as you can see, the image is moved on the top, but I will use that. It has appeared in the top of the image. So that's it for this one section. And there also I will comment out, uncomment that, and I will also fix that as well. So these are buttons, so we're gonna move this one back buttons. So let's see, I will move on the top. So I will select that, and I'm gonna use the button tag. So outline is none, border is none, background will be transparent, and I will use the font family as inherit. Font size I will use 1 RAM, color will be white, light gray, cursor pointer, margin top and bottom 0, left and right 1 RAM to make a space, text transform uppercase. And the next thing, you need to select the button tags. So get the family gathering div, inside that have a tab obedience. So you need to use display property flags, line item setup, and I'm going to use position as absolute because I will move it right side, it will be 25%, it will move on the top 85%. So first we need to save it, and look at that. Right, 25 top. Yeah, align item center, position. Yeah, that's perfect. But I will move it in the right side as well. So I will use 35, and I will manage it on ladder. 20, just use 20, and yeah, it's perfect. But I will also 17. Yeah, it's a cool thing about it. But when the color will be particular class will be active, so what I need to do on there, I'm going to use that active class when the class will be active. So I will use color or will be dark gray, and font weight I will use bold. So whenever I will assign the class and the button will be active, so it should be display the boldness, right? When you will change the class, it should be displayed this one as a boldness. So thank you very much for watching. See you in the next lecture. Hey guys, welcome back. Let's design the last section of the website, like a footer. So I need to move on down. After this one section, we will design the footer. So let's do that. I'm going to write the comment that will footer start and that will footer close. And there I will use the external footer and internal footer. In the external footer, I will display the image. Inside the image, I will display the content. So let's do that. I will use the container. In the container, I will use the div header content. The content I will get the from my MD file, like ready to reservation, and I'm going to add the button tag. Inside that, I'm going to use anchor link that will move on the booking.html page. Inside that, I'll use book a table like that. So we need to save it and look at that. So before moving on the external, I need to internal footer. I will use that in CSS to design it. Footer start, footer close. So step number 1, you need to select the footer tag and you need to add the background image. The image is coming from your home page, and I'm going to use ready PG desktop. Background repeat, not repeat. Position, yes. Position center, background size, cover. I'm going to use height 30 VH. So we need to save it and look at that. So I will move it in the center of the page. So I need to use footer header content. I'm going to use display property flags, align item center, justify content, space between, because I will display the left side and right side content, space, justify on the space between, like this. Okay, so the content is appear in the left and right side. The align item center, okay, I need to use height similar that I used inside the footer. So it has appeared in the center of the page. Let's move on, and we need to select the footer header content H2, and the H2 I will use the font size 4M, color will be white, and then select the footer header content button tag, outline I will use none, border I will use 1 pixel solid, white, background I will use transparent, and yeah, I will use the padding top and bottom 1 RAM 1.5 and left and right 2 RAM. Width I will use 20%, font family I will use inherit, and then I will use the font size 1.2 RAM. Transition I will use all. What is transition? All 0.3s. Text transform uppercase. Let's select the hover effect when I hover the mouse on the button. So like this. I'm going to use background color white, color will be dark, and I will use cursor pointer. So save and look at that. So last and final thing you need to change anchor link and color white. So that's it for the external folder. So let's save the file. Okay, but in a minute I will fix it. I'll get the content. I'm going to use footer wrapper because I will use the footer wrapper to divide the columns by using display property. Footer wrapper, use display flags. Just if I get in the space between line item center, I'm going to use height will be 25 VH. Let's look at that. It doesn't work. Second footer. Okay, here's a mistake, guys. I need to use second footer. I think, yeah, here's a mistakes. Yeah, cool. As you can see, the logo is appeared in the left side, this will appear in the center, and this will appear in the right side. So let's work on that. So select the second footer, footer wrapper, UL tag. I need to remove the bullets and I will change the color will be white. The second footer wrapper and for the wrapper, and then you need to select the ally tag to make a space in the bottom on each ally tag. So you need to use margin bottom 1 rem, color will be white, and I'm going to use city 0.7 to display the light that color. Okay, in a minute. Yeah, cool. As you can see, guys, It's looking so nice. So that's it for the complete website. Right now, as you can see, this is a photo section. By the way, this is a large screen size. I will manage it in the different devices with different positions of each section. So in the next video, we're going to discuss all about another thing. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Hey guys, welcome back. Let's move on the next one page. When I click on the booker table, then we will create this one page like a booking.html. In the booking.html, we just design the header section, footer section, and also inside the footer, inside the header section, we just need to design few things. So let's do that, how we can do that. So I go to index.html. The step number one, you need to move on the top. The first one is you need to change this one as an anchor link, and you need to add it index.html, and you need to paste that code because it is very important when you will click on this one to redirect with particular page. So once you add it, then I'm gonna get this one complete code, and I'm gonna go to index.booking.html, and I'm gonna paste on there. So we need to save it, and let's click on booker table in a minute. Right now, same thing inside there, but we need to change few things. So in the first one is I will assign the ID. It is booking. Reason for changing the names like a booking ID or in other names, we will change it because I will assign the different styling on there. So this is the booking logo, and when you click on that, it will redirect on this one page. Yeah, great. So I'm gonna get the reservation content, and I'm gonna leave this one and get this one content, and I'm gonna paste on there. And the last thing, I'm gonna remove that, just leave the content like a reservation and some content like this one. So save, and look at that. We will change the image, and so I'm gonna leave the index.html, and I'm gonna move on the style.css. The step number one, you need to make a comment like booking start, and that will close. So inside that, you need to select the booking ID, and I'm gonna change few things like background. I'm gonna use image URL. The image is booking ready, home page ready, desktop, background repeat, no repeat, background positions, center, background size, cover, and I'm gonna add the min height will be 50 VH. Let's select the logo. Before moving on that, I'm gonna show you right. I'm gonna use booking content. So before moving on it, I need to check the has a showcase content, but I need to change it as a booking content. So in the booking content, I need to use margin top 5, and to move it down, let's select the same thing like that, and I'm gonna add H2. I'm gonna use font size will be 4, color will be white, and I'm gonna use margin top and bottom 2 left and right 0. Let's select the paragraph tag, which is appeared inside there, booking content, and have a paragraph. So I'm gonna assign the width 40%, and then I need to add the font size 1.3, font size 1.33. Letter spacing, I will use 2 pixels. Text align, I will justify, and first I need to check it, and yeah, I need to change the color will be white, but letter spacing is 1 is best. But okay, I will add, and I'll use the line height to make a space 1.5, and Look at that, guys, it's looking so nice. And let's select the booking logo, because inside that have a logo. I'm gonna use padding top and bottom 3 left and right 0 to make a space. Yeah, great. In the right side I will display the form tag, but before displaying the form, yeah, in a minute. So I will create a form on the next one video. So see you in the next video. Let's design the form, and we will display the form inside our header section in the right side. So I'm gonna get the command, and I'm gonna use registration form start, and that will close. I will assign the ID. It will be form wrapper. In the form wrapper, I'm gonna use the form, and then I'm gonna use the container. In the container I will use form wrapper, that is class. I will change the class, and inside that I will use the form tag, leave the action. Inside the form I will use the input type text, placeholder I will use name, and the next input field I will add the email. After that I will use the div with the class name is pickDate. Reason for using pickDate inside the div, I will use display property flags to manage the content inside the pickDate. So I'm going to use txt. In the txt I will use pickDate. Right outside of the txt I will use the input control. Input control I will use same thing like input type text, and I'm going to use placeholder I'm going to get it in the second data, and that one is wow. So here's a pickDate. Inside there have 2 sections. The first one is txt, the next one is input fields, right? So outside of this one div, inside the form div, form tag, I will get the same thing, and I'm gonna paste on them. I need to change it, pick time, same thing, you need to leave that, but I need to change pick time, and that is pick time. And inside the pick time, pick time, just a minute, placeholder input type text is 09, I'm going to use 00, and after this one I will use the select property, select tag. I'm going to use option values, and that will PM, right? And then we need to save, and look at that, the content is up here, and we will fix it in a minute. So after this one, pick a time, I will use the users, and the users I will use the decrease the number, so I will use the minus sign, and inside that I will use 5 people, and this will be increment, so I need to use increment, and that will people, and Another things inside there is box shader 0, 5 pixel 0 and 0.5 border radius 5 pixel, and that's it. So we need to save it, and it's looking so pretty. Don't focus on that because I will work on it. Okay, so let's select the form wrapper. Inside that I have input field, so I'm going to use with 100%. I'm going to use margin bottom 1 rem. Padding I'll use 0.7 and top and bottom left and right 1 rem. Font family inherit, and I'm going to use font size 1 rem. Border I'll use none, and also I'll use the border bottom 1 pixel solid and gray color. So we need to save it, and look at that, guys. So the next one is I need to select the same thing inside the input fields, like select box. So I need to get that. Okay, just a minute. I need to copy and just paste it. Just select the select tag because inside that you need to assign the same thing. Great. Let's move on. When I focus the input field, means when I click on it like this one, so I need to remove the borders. Focus, so I need to use outline just like that, and great, as you can see. And then let's move on, and I'm going to select the form wrapper. Inside that I have a pick that, and I'm going to use display flags. Just different on display between align item center. It should be displayed in the center, as you can see, guys. And same thing I'm gonna add it is form wrapper here, pick time. Same thing, just like this one. Yeah, don't worry, we will work on it, and it will display in the row wise beside the text, right? So I'm gonna select the form wrapper. Inside that I have text, so I'll use with 50%. So look at that, guys. It's looking so pretty. Good. Let's move on, and I'm gonna select the form wrapper, pick that, input control, and I'm going to use display property flags. Look at that, guys, and I need to make a space on each data YY, and yeah, so I will use the get property 1 rem. Whatever the size you will add on there, as you can see, right? And same thing you need to do on the next one. So use the comma and copy the one, and then the next one you need to select the pick that to pick time. So we need to save it, and look at that, pick that and pick time. Have a space between them, this one and this one. Yeah, here's a space about the padding. So let's try to change the padding to 5. 1.2 rem. Yeah, it's perfect, but 1 is best. And the next one is I need to select the next one is what options, and have another section. So the next one is I'm going to select form wrapper, pick time, that input control, and select box option, focus, anyways, outline border also none. And finally I need to select form dot users will probably flex justify on the space between align item center. I'm gonna use bottom 1 pixel solid gray color, margin top and bottom 2 rem, left and right 0 to make a space, 0 pixel, top and bottom 2 rem. So we need to save it, and look at that, guys, it's looking so nice. So the last, I think, few things we need to add it. The first one is form. Inside then have a purple. So I'm going to change the font, will be font weight bold and gray. And also I need to add form and form wrapper button day. There's outline norm, border norm with 100%, background color white, and dark gray color will be white. Font family inherit, font size 1.2 rem, padding top and bottom 1 rems, left and right 0, cursor will be pointer, and transition I will use 0.3s. The next one is I need to select the hover effect when I hover the mouse on the button tag. Background color background color will use transparent. Color will be dark gray. Border 1 pixel solid dark gray. So we need to save it, and look at that, guys. Yeah, cool. And yeah, I need to add one more thing, is shapes, but I will leave the video. I will create another video on that. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Hey guys, welcome back. Let's add the shapes and also footer. So I need to move on the book.html, and outside of this one container, outside of the container I will use the line shape, and I'm going to add the image. The image is coming from my images folder, patterns, and I'm going to use pattern line, and I'm going to get the same thing, just change the class name, and this will be circle shape, patterns, circle, pattern top right, I'm going to use bottom right. So we need to save it, and the content is up here. And also I need to get the footer as well from this one index.html page. So where is the footer? Here. Get the footer, copy, and just need to paste outside of this one. So we need to save it, and the footer is up here, and also the background image or shapes have been up here. So we need to work on the CSS. So the first one is form circle shape. So I already mentioned to add the property name is position is the relative inside the form. Reason for using position relative inside the form, we need to fix this one content behind that form. So let's move on, and I'm going to use position is absolute on there, and it will move top 0%, and it will move right 40%. So I'm going to save it, and look at that. So I need to hide it, so I'm going to add the z-index -1. It will back one step. Great. select the form, line, shape. Same thing you need to do. Position is absolute, it will move top 40% and it will move right 40% as well. So we need to save it and look at that. But also I will use ZNX property to move it one step back. Look at that. So yeah guys, this is our reservation page. When you click on the dine, means inside the logo you are able to see your first one page. When you will click on the poker table inside the link, what happened? Yeah, it is up here. So let's try to check out another pages like this one. Yeah, it's working. And finally I need to move on the town poker table. Yeah, it's working. But inside the footer I will change the content. Just a minute, I will remove this one. Where is working? This one. Okay, I don't need that. This one just display only on the this one content. Yeah, So I'm going to select that is up here in the food section. So where is the food, like this one. So I'm gonna get it, and yeah, I'm gonna paste after the places, yeah. And I'm gonna use the food will be overflow axis hidden, so it should be remove the scroll bar in the left and right side, right? And the next one is I will move it in the top, so I will use transform translate y negative 10%. Yeah, great. So last and final one is this one issue, right? So let's see how we can fix it. Just a minute, I will check out this one page, family gathering. So I'm gonna find out on there, and okay, so yeah, here's a mistake guys. Top and bottom 10 rem, left and right 0 rem to hide this space. It should be appear in the left and right side content. And also we need to fix few things like where is the buttons here. So I'm gonna add the Z index property 10 to display the button in the center, in the front of the page. So yeah, it's perfect on the 1024 pixel. And yeah, so we will check out the buttons to move in the right side, and we will fix the footer section as well. So in the buttons I will use family gathering. I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna paste on there and just use the left. Use margin top to run, and top will be 100%. Left 100%, not that. Left 0 and top 100%. Z index I already mentioned it, so just remove it, and yeah, but I will move it in the right side. So let's see what, yeah. And also I need to but I think that's perfect position, but I will move it in the right side as well. So I will use 5%. It will move on the right side. Yeah, it's perfect guys, and yeah, it's perfect. But let's try to add the active class with another section like this one, so it should be display perfect or not. So I'm gonna get, and I'm gonna paste on there. Yeah, it's cool. And let's try to add, cut it, and I'm gonna paste on there. Yeah, it's perfect, but we need to fix this one as well. So let's see the button tag, right? So where is the button here? So in the button tag I will use the family gathering button. I think I used the button in there. So I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna paste on there and just use, I already mentioned the margin, but I will use the margin 1 rem top and bottoms. Margin 5 rem, just check it. So it is apply on there. I don't need to apply it. Just check the button tag that is up here. Family content. Okay, here's a mistake, guys. So I need to select only the link. So family gathering like this one. So I need to find out the link like this one. So I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna paste on there, and I will use the margin tab to move it in the down. This is a link, guys, but why it doesn't move right now? Okay, I will use the display property block, so it should be moved. Yeah, and I will use, okay, in a minute why I need to use that. So here's a paragraph tag. So in the paragraph tag like this one, so inside that I'm going to use margin bottom one. To them. Now try to different ways to manage the content like this one. Just a minute, let's try to add the padding button. Padding bottom one. Why it doesn't work on there, guys? This is all about the padding and this one. Let's try to add position absolute. Let's try to same thing like display block, and I'm gonna use margin tab to run, and I will use the width will be 20%. So we need to save it, and 20 is too small, but I will use 40. Yes, great. Let's add the active class one more time in this first one, and I'm gonna remove the like this one, and I'm gonna remove the active class from there. Yeah, great. So last and final one is this one, footer section, right? To add the few things inside the footer. So in the footer, I just get the footer content like this one. Here a heading, so I'm gonna get the footer, and I'm gonna decrease the 3 rem. Yeah, great. And yeah, it's perfect in the small screen size, means 1200 or 1024 pixel. So inside this one position, everything is great on there. So in the next video we're gonna work on this 768 pixel to manage the content. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Before moving on 768 pixel to make it responsive, so let's fix this one issue inside the 1024 pixel. So like this one position. So also I need to get the, just a minute, I'm going to get the booking section content. Yeah. So from there I use booking. So in the booking I need to increase the height like this one. I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna paste on there. Just height is 70 VH. I'll leave the other stuff. And yeah, the next one is I need to select the form report like this one, and I will move the margin left after, and I will use translate negative 10%, comma, negative 50%. It will move on the top. Yeah, great. That's it for the 1024 pixel. So let's move on the CSS in this 768 pixel. So I'm gonna move on the first one page and I'm gonna select the 768 pixel. In this 768 pixel we will work on that. So outside of the media query like this one, so also I will use the command 768 pixel. So use media max width 768 pixel. So I'm going to move on the top because I need to work one more time from top to bottom. So in the header I need to change the image, so I'm going to get the image, complete code in the header section, and I'm going to add the image is hero tablet like this one, and I'm going to remove the min height. So and yeah, I can't see the image anymore. No, so this is also shape. Okay, I will work on it one by one. So here the class name is local food. Local food shapes. I'm gonna remove the class local food, and I'm gonna remove the class. So in the highlights have shapes. In a minute I'm going to check the highlights where I've used the shapes. Enjoyable places. So where is the enjoyable places? Like here. So also I need to select the places. Inside that have a shape class. I need to remove that. And where the next one shape is, okay, here's my mistake guys. I need to create and divide shape, so I need to add the line shape. So I need to also select that in the places, and like this one in the 424 pixel, right? You can't see anymore the shape behind this one and this one section, but in the locally have a shape. So local food have a local image shape. The locally food sourced, I think it is. Just a minute. Local food shape and only on the shape. Yeah, the shapes have been removed from the top and to bottom image, but also have a gathering image shape. So let's move on the highlights, and in the highlights have a shapes. Nope, have a family gathering. So I'm gonna select the family gathering and shape image, and I'm gonna get the copy, comma, paste. And the next one is family outer shape. That's it. So we have successfully removed the shapes from my small screen size, right? The next one is we need to fix the logo. So let's see. So in the header dot logo, I'm going to use position as absolute. It will move top 23%, and it will move in the left will be 38%. And also I'll use the text align will be center. So we need to save it, and look at that. Great. So the next one is showcase content. Also have a h2 tag. So I'm going to decrease the size is 3 RAM. So we need to save it. Okay, and let's select the showcase content to move it in the top. So I'm going to use the padding top 22. So I just decrease the size. Header showcase content only on that. Yeah, great. And the next one is button tag. So yeah, get the button. I'm going to use the width will be 70%, and font size I will use 1.2 RAM and 1.2 RAM. So we need to save it, and look at that. Okay. So let's see the place. in the place. I'm gonna get the place comment, the place wrapper. Yeah, like this one. So I will change the image. So in the place wrapper have an image content. So in a minute, place wrapper. Where is, yeah, place wrapper have an image content. So I'm gonna get the image and just use the content URL, and I'm gonna add the images, home page, enjoyable, and mobile device. So we need to save, and look at that, the image has been changed, and I will move it in the top. So I'll use the transform, translate y -50%. So we need to save it, and look at that. And also I will find out my, in a minute, primary utility classes. So like this one, subheading, I'm gonna also go 2.5. Yeah, looking so nice. So let's move on the place wrapper. Okay, place wrapper have where is place wrapper? So yeah, I will place wrapper. So I'll use the gap will be 1 rem to decrease the gap. Great. And also we need to change this one image as well. So I will use the local foot. In the local foot, I will get the local foot wrapper. Inside that have an image. Local foot wrapper. Image content, and the image content is a local ing. So I'll get the same thing like content URL. Just change the image is locally mobile device. Look at that, guys. And yeah, so we are almost done. And also near the local foot highlights. And the next one is highlights, like this one. So where is the highlights, like this one? So the first one is I'm gonna select the highlights. In the highlights, I will use the main height will be 100 VH. And the next one is I need to select the highlights. In a minute. I will divide the columns like this one. So that is highlights. In the highlights have image content. So I'll use display flex direction will be column, and justify content will be center, text align center, and also I will remove the gap. So we need to save it, and look at that, guys. Right, and we will fix a few things inside there. It is I'm gonna use image content. So I'll use the padding bottom 1 rem, gap 1 rem, and I'm gonna use transform, translate 0%. So we need to save it, and look at that, guys. Great. And also we need to, just a minute, I select the highlights, HR, and I'm gonna use display none. I don't need to display the HR tags. And I think, yeah, here's the issue on this one image. We will work on it like this one image. So this is almost done, guys, but let's check it now. Okay, I will also decrease the font size of the H2. Font size I will use 2, and also text alignment is same. So we need to save, and yeah, and also I need to decrease the font size of the particular as well. So this is the image, guys. I think this video is too long. In the next video we're going to work on it. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. So guys, let's fix a few things inside our application. So in a minute I will remove this one content. So guys, the first one is I need to decrease the width of the image. So here is a few things you need to do. You need to get the family gathering div, and inside that have a family wrapper active class, because you will use the JavaScript in a minute. You will use the JavaScript to select the particular images. By the way, this is first one section, this is the second one, and this is the third one. So you need to select the family wrapper.active class. Inside that have another class like img, and finally you need to select the dot family data. So inside that you need to use object fit is cover, and I'm gonna decrease the weight will be 350 pixel. So I'm gonna save it, and okay, object fit is cover, and yeah, inside that have images, so I need to select the image tag as well. Look at that, guys. I can't see any more scroll bar, but it will remove when I will refresh my page on later. But everything is great on there. And let's see this one, button tag, and also have H2 as well. Family gather, button tag, like this one. So yeah, I think I will increase the 80%. Great. And what I can do on there, I will footer. So select the footer in a minute. Guys, I need to change the image from my footer, so I'm gonna select the footer. So I'm gonna use background image. Here are all the home page images, home page, and ready BG by mobile device. So we need to save it, and the image has been changed. The next one is I need to select the H2 tag, so that is appeared inside the footer. And also I will use the background repeat, no repeat, background position, center, background size, cover, and I'm going to use height will be 30 VH. Select the footer, header content, so I'm going to use font size will be 2M, text align will be center. So we need to save it, and look at that. The next one is button tag, right? So I'm going to get that, paste on there just to change the button tag, and I'm going to use padding top and bottom 1.2 RAM, left and right 2 RAM, and I'm going to use width 60%. So we need to save it, and look at that. And finally we need to work on this section. So this is second footer, remember, in a minute. So here is the second footer. In the second footer you need to use flex direction will be column, and justify content center, text align will be center, height will be 80VH. So we need to save it, and yeah, it's great. But I also have a URL tag, so okay. So inside that I have footer wrapper. Yeah, I get it. So select the footer wrapper one more time, and inside that I have a URL tag. So I'm gonna use margin top and bottom 0.5 M, left and right 0 M. It have a space, and also I will select the footer logo, and I'm gonna use 2 M, left and right 0 to make a space. I just check it. Yeah, it's perfect, guys. So this one page has been successfully responsiveness, but we will work on it on later. So let's move on the CSS on the booking page. So everything is great, just to design this one section, and also we need to remove the places shapes. So I need to move on the booking page, and I'm going to drag it up in the left side. So the first one is booking. Where is the shapes? The shapes is appeared inside the form tag. So I'm going to select the form tag. First we need to remove the shapes, and inside that have a line shape. Next one is a circle shape, so you need to use same thing like this one. So we need to save it, and you can't see anymore the shapes behind the form, right? And let's see. Booking. So I will open the CSS in the booking page. I'm gonna get the booking image content, and I'm gonna change it as a VG mobile. So we need to save it, and the image has been changed. The next thing you need to do, you need to select the paragraph tag, and I'm gonna increase the width will be 100%. So look at that. And the next thing you need to do, you need to get the form wrapper, and inside that you need to use 0, and it will move on the top 20%. But I will decrease the width as well on the form tag. Form wrapper, form tag. Let's try to decrease the width. Form wrapper, form tag. I'm gonna use width 350 pixels. Just check it now on it's working or not. Yeah, it's working. But also I need to decrease the width as well. It will be 300%. Just a minute, I'm going to check the form wrapper. Okay, I just use form wrapper. Okay, I'll remove it, and I'm going to use width will be 350 pixel. Yeah, it's looking so nice on the mobile device, and yeah, it's perfect, guys. So in the next video we're going to work on the tabs, like this one section. When I will click on it to display another content, when I click on it to display another content, and so on and so forth. And finally we will fix few bugs that is appeared inside our website, like this content is appearing the right side, and the small screen size we need to fix few things. Like I'm gonna inspect element, and I will make a space between this content and this content. These content will move on the down, and this content will move on down as well. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Hey guys, welcome back. This is the last video of the complete series of the website. So we're gonna fix few things inside the website. So first one is we need to manage that. So I need to move on this style.css because this is a normal CSS. So I'm gonna find out the btn tabs. So in there I will use them 10%, 25%, yeah, 20%, 20%, 80%, 90, 21, okay, 22, 24. 23 is best, I think. Yeah, the next thing I need to move on the CSS in the small screen size, and we're gonna fix %. And it's positive 20%. I'll use the 10%. 70% is best. 60 is best. Not 15. I'm gonna try to different positions. So yeah, it's great, but I can't see the image inside there. I don't know where the image is. This is the heading, line shape image. This is the enjoyable places, and this is the line shape image. In a minute, I'm going to check the image. Pattern divide image. Pattern. No, I'm going to check it. Yeah, it is up here, but I don't know where the image is. And there is as well, and I think the image is hidden inside the image. By the way, I will leave this one because I need to work on the JavaScript to display the display the tabs. You can fix it, right? So let's move on the main page. So where is my tabs? So very important part of the video is, so when I will click on the special events, then I want to move on the next one content, like change the image, change the content as well. So let's see how we can do that. So the first one is I need to select the btn tabs. So you need to select the query selector all, and you need to get, in a minute, where is my family gathering ID. Inside the family have a tabs, because I need to select on that, and inside that have a 3 buttons. So you need to select all of the buttons by using query selector all. Once you get that, the next thing you need to change the content. Yeah, so write the tab content, and similarly you need to use query selector all, and inside the family repo, in a minute, here, family repo 1, family repo 2, family repo 3. By using that, you can add and remove the class from this one section. So that's it. So let's see how we can do that. I'm going to use btn tabs. I'm going to execute the for each loop to execute it multiple times, whatever the numbers have inside the tabs. I don't know, let's say btn, and I'm going to pass the index to parameter. The first one is help us to add the event when I click on the button. The second one is help us to display the index numbers. So let's see, I will use btn, the parameters, and I'm going to use add email listener, and I'm going to pass the event is click. Once the event will execute, then I will call it as a console.log, and I'm going to use the button. I just check it, and I'm going to show you how does work it. So I open the console, and I'm going to remove this one, and just click on it. As you can see, here the index number is 0, and this is the button first one. When I click on it, the index number 1, the button number is 1, and yeah, you have received 3 buttons details inside the console. It means it is working perfect. The next thing you need to do, you need to change the class when user will click on the button, right? So I'm going to select the btn tabs, but before using it, I'm going to select the button.classlist.add, which class? Active. Means user click on this one button to add the class is active and active. But also we need to remove the class when I click on any button. So let's say I click on this one, then I need to remove this one class from the first one. So before adding the class, you need to add the for each loop by btn tabs. One more time, you need to execute the for each loop, pass the parameter, whatever the parameter you want to pass on it. I'm going to use btn element and btn el.classlist.remove which class active. That's it. When you will click on any button, as you can see, but we need to change the content, right? When I click on the special events, then I need to remove the first one content and display the second one content. So in case, you need to use tab contents. In the tab contents, you need to use for each loop and use same thing, move. You can pass any parameters you want. I just pass the readable names. Class list dot remove which class active. To display the class, by the way, in a minute, refresh the page. I click on it, you can't see anymore the content. Because I have removed the class by using for each loop. But when I click on the button to display the particular content, so I'm going to select the tab content and I'm going to use array, passing the parameters index number. Whatever the index number is, then I will use class list.add active. That's it. This is the tabs. So let's try it. As you can see, okay, here's my mistake, guys. So I don't know, this button is appeared on there. So let's fix this one. It is so bad, so okay, I'm gonna pause. Yeah, as you can see guys, and I'm gonna remove it. Okay, so that's it guys for the complete responsive website. I hope you have understood a lot of new things from this one video. See you in the next video. Have a nice day.